Back with the Teardown campaign, already at the computer to check out the next mission and then starting it. So in this mission we just get to destroy a bunch of stuff at a theme park. So need to be careful not to break the neon signs, because those will cause an alarm. My first target is the Ferris wheel, strapping some bombs onto the supports. First on this side, then on this side. After which the Ferris wheel rolls nicely into the water. Next up this carousel, knock it down by shotgunning the center support. And then waiting for the top to slide down far enough to count the demolition as complete. For this drop tower, I first remove the neon signs by shotgunning the rails they move on, and then grabbing them when they detach. Did the same for the other one. And after the signs were safely put away, I placed down nitroglycerin and blew it up to knock down the tower. After that, decided to destroy this building next. First move the cars out of the building so they don't get in the way. Once all of them were out, I moved to removing the signs. Same technique as with the drop tower, shotgun the rails and then grab the sign before it falls. Then move it to a safe location. With the cars and signs dealt with, I could start putting down nitroglycerin to blow up the building. Had to shoot them all separately since I didn't put them close enough to cause a chain explosion. Then a few bombs to fully knock the building down until it was under the height requirement. The next demolition target was this other carousel, started by blowtorching the supports for the motorcycles, then blew up the center support with nitroglycerin. After that, I carefully blowtorched the neon signs off and carried them to a safe spot. Then just one rocket from the rocket launcher to finish it off. Next target was whatever this thing is, just next to the previous target. Started by knocking down the structure with the signs. Once it was on the ground, blowtorched a few parts to stop the signs from spinning and to more easily move them to a safe spot. With the signs in a safe spot, I blew up the rest of the device with the nitroglycerin. Second to final target, this building. First went to get a car that I could use as a step to get onto the roof, where I could safely remove the signs first. Blowtorch the signs supports and grab them before they hit the roof. Once all were disconnected, I jumped down with them one by one to get them off the roof. Then blew up the rest of the sign support with a bomb. And right after blew up this wall with nitroglycerin. Finished the rest of the building off with one more nitroglycerin and a few bombs. Finally, all that was left was the main sign to the park. Blew up the supports with bombs. Waited it to fall down, and once the alarm went off, I rushed to my escape van. That was a fun mission to do. Back at the base, went straight to the PC to get the next mission. and to start it. In this mission, we just need to get some nitroglycerin barrels into my escape boat, with the obstacle being some guard robots. Not the most interesting of missions, it basically went like this. Destroy a guard robot by blowing it up and throwing it into water. Go grab a nitroglycerin barrel and carefully carry it to the escape boat. Then repeat that until all of the nitroglycerin barrels are collected. Just going to edit together the highlights here to keep it somewhat interesting. So don't really have any more commentary to add, just doing what I described a bunch more times. Found this valuable along the way though. And with all the nitroglycerin barrels safely in the boat, I could hop in to complete the mission. Back at the warehouse, I headed to the PC, first read some story-related emails, then the email for the next mission. And started the mission as well, of course. So this is a pretty simple mission, just destroy all the robots. There is this big one that might be a bit of a problem, but thankfully we have this gift box in which we can find a tank. Hopped into the tank, headed outside, shot this robot, and then got out to further shoot it. And eventually threw it into the water to destroy it. Got back into the tank, crashed through this building. To get to the big robot. Shot it a couple of times. And then rammed it into the water. With the big robot dealt with, I went around destroying the rest of the smaller robots. Here's the highlights. Last one inside the cave here, blew up the door. Lured the robot outside, shot it with the rocket launcher, and threw it into the water. With all the robots destroyed, I could head back to the escape boat to complete this mission. A pretty fun mission. Back at the warehouse, I reached a new rank, which meant I got a cash reward, which I picked up before heading to the computer. On the computer, first got a few story emails again. Then the email for the next and final mission. Before starting it though, decided to upgrade some of my tools. With the tools upgraded, I could start the mission. The final mission. Here we need to clear a path for this truck in a way that the detonator probe doesn't hit anything, because if it hits something, it will blow up in a massive explosion that fails the mission. So I started blowing up everything in the truck's path. Nothing more to it really, just destroying anything the truck detonator probe would hit. After I was done with the destructive work, I noticed the truck had gotten stuck on the rubble of the house, a happy accident that gave me the time to complete the destructive work. But to complete the mission, I still needed the truck to drive itself into the water, so I had to get it unstuck. To do that, I used this forklift. Once the truck was moving again, I made sure the detonator probe didn't hit anything. Steered it where I wanted it to go with other vehicles that were close by. And just in case, destroyed this fence. And this tree. And finally, the truck drives itself off the cliff and into the water below. And with that, the final mission of the campaign is completed.
Pilstaka kun of takes Trinidor Azoten Fölidova Persko Trinivärdoman Lyckele postera Lorska undula kalit Lyckele karakto Balleni Ganidova, Ponkidas och Fångetau Ablana gospostera, Vimli Fångetau Och nortas efter sol Vides ärkanepillo Salame kommandora vivio Samtkunstaka masled borlagar in moss Aktningen la fordo persko Trinivärdoman Lyckele postera lorska undula kalit Lyckele ballen i. Mastugan i Dova, honky drast och fångertau. Abrana gosposfera, rimlig fångertau. Valgångens fall Sera Jolsade mi vi som ära dess planet Går de med pilstaka kun of takes trinidor Passoten följ dova Värsko trini värdoman Lyckele postera Lorska undula kallit Lyckele karakto bandeni Mastugan i Dova Honky drast och fångetau Ablana gospostera Rimlig fångetau Och nortas efter solen Vides ärkanepillo Salame kommandora vivio Någon samt kunstaka Masled borrlagar in moss Aktningen la fordo Persko trini värdoman Lyckele postera Lorska undula kallit Lyckele karakto bandeni Mastugan i Dova Honky drast och fångertau Abrana gosposfera Rimlig fångertau
Bit of a post-credit scene here to showcase all the targets on all of the missions completed. That finishes the Teardown campaign series.
Lyckele postera